Jim, I don't even know where to begin. We've received a lot of questions about Ryback. I don't know what exactly he's up to because it seems like every one of these emails or tweets is about a different topic. Here's one sent on Twitter using the hashtag CornyDriveThru from Ben Platt. Thoughts on Ryback being an absolute dickhead again and getting out in his place. Yeah, that's what it says. And getting out in his place by the legendary Hall of Famer Booker T.
I bet that should have been a P, put in his place.
And then I have a tweet here from Booker T. The invitation is rescinded for Ryback. Making demands for you to come to my show says a whole lot. You don't really want to have a conversation. So apparently there was an offer for Ryback to come to Booker T's show, and Booker T rescinded it.
Because Ryback made, what were these demands? With the brown M&Ms? Did he want a limousine? What were the demands?
I don't know. I have another one here that was just sent in. Ryback, I guess on Instagram, put out an image of him and Goldberg. Says, feed me Goldberg. Despite WWE illegally restricting my social media the last 7 years.
What?
You, in caps, great fans kept me alive. We have a lot of work to do, but my story is just beginning. The truth always wins, and my hunger will never be fulfilled. And he tagged Goldberg.
Goldberg versus Ryback may be attractive, but I think he's got it backwards as far as who's getting fed to who. Goldberg is a star. Ryback is an ex-WWE wrestler. There's a difference. Has he wrestled anywhere for anybody since he left that company?
If he has, it's nothing I've heard of or remember hearing about. And he, like he said, left 7 years ago.
So then if he hasn't moved on, why does he continue to tweet these polls about should I unretire? Or should I wrestle this guy, or should somebody feed me Goldberg? I know some guys get gimmicks that they're crazy, like the Sheik, the Iron Sheik, the Twitter account, and or whatever is going on with Marty Jannetty. I guess that's not really a gimmick, but is he trying to convince the fans that he's nuts, Ryback, or is he really nuts? Does he think that he was a big... and still is, more importantly, a big wrestling star? Or what does he think?
Well, I have another tweet here. Apparently, one of the wrestling news sites, NoDQ.com, tweeted out something. Ryback says a match against Bill Goldberg at AEW All In would exceed all expectations. And as a photoshopped image of Ryback and Goldberg in the ring, Ryback responded, wrestling site with a quarter of the following gets way more impressions than anything I can post on it. This further shows how WWE has illegally had my social media suppressed as they pushed out years of fake hate through fake articles and drowned my voice and content.
Oh my God.
You're welcome for the views, as usual. And he tagged Elon Musk in here. This isn't going away. And more people are going to see how corrupt this place was and still is. So apparently he's not just going to expose WWE, but Twitter better be on the lookout.
So he is really crazy rather than this a gimmick, because he's just calling attention to the fact nobody gives a fuck about him anymore on his social media, right? And he's claiming that the WWE is going to, at least time and effort, if not expense, to keep people from following Ryback on Twitter.
Well, I have another, this is a rather long, how the fuck did he must pay, I guess if you pay for Twitter Blue, I didn't realize they let you just tweet out as many characters as you want. But here's something from May 21st. I've taken care of my mother for the last 8 years, and my father is 74, and while active, is aging and slowing down. It is up to me to help take care of them. I need my social media working and my full reach.
What?
Elon Musk, I need my Twitter fixed. I can't advertise and have very little reach. This has been done to me on all social media platforms now. I'm asking for someone to help. What is going on is not right, and I have not violated any rules. The truth is going to win. But it's been 7 years, and I need this fixed and made right.
What the fuck?
I'm scheduling a trip to San Francisco and will not leave until I get to speak with someone if this doesn't get fixed. Everything I do revolves around being able to be seen through organic traffic and advertising. I've had hundreds of cases closed everywhere with no answers other than
what is he babbling about?
You know who we should hook him up with? Him and Raka Khan.
There you go. She could represent him. So what he's saying is...
And that's not even close to done, but go ahead.
He's got to... Well, I'll let you... But he's got to take care of his mom and dad, which is very admirable. On Twitter, reach out and get yourself a fucking job if you need to take care of your mom and dad. And don't worry about tweeting.
Well, it seems like he's indicating that the job incorporates Twitter, that Twitter, in restricting the audience for his content.
He's trying to be a wrestling personality, but he's not wrestling, and he doesn't have any personality. He needs to change a line of work to where the people won't fuck with him on Twitter, and he can make some money to take care of his ailing parents.
You know, his catchphrase used to be, feed me more. Now it's just, feed me. But let me go back to this here. Instagram tells people I spread misinformation, despite never spreading misinformation, and they cannot tell me why they leave that on my account. I cannot list my merch on Instagram and Meta, despite it being allowed by other creators. My hashtags are hidden. Most of the time. This is so ridiculous. And no matter what I put out there, it's severely suppressed. I proved for years I know how to go viral and be seen, and one by one, each platform has stifled this. TikTok hasn't paid me since October of last year.
Damn them!
And won't say why, along with suppressing my content from 75 to 100 million monthly views to 1 to 2 million. 75 to 100 million monthly views? Whoa, no.
We know a little bit about millions of monthly views, and
of all the numbers to pull out of your ass, 75 to 100 million monthly views. Oh, he'd be running Disney. But they reduced that to 1 to 2 million. YouTube has dropped my RPM to 1, which is unheard of, and they won't explain why. If this could happen to me...
Wait a minute, he's only going around once per minute?
I guess so. If this could happen to me...
You know, that joke fell flat to everybody who's never played a fucking record. Should have thought. Well, for the people over 50, they're howling.
If this could happen to me, then rest assured this technology is being abused in many other ways. This is a straight play out of Vince McMahon's love of 48 laws of power, and is going to be his ultimate demise. They have pushed out countless lies to turn the inner fan base against me, that this is deserved by me, but I assure you no human should ever experience what I have had to these last 7 years. I've won everything, and will win this too by speaking the truth.
This is a tweet?
Hashtag hungry. Hashtag free Ryback.
So...
free Ryback.
He is... All right, now you got me going. He is explaining or trying to explain or trying to make people believe or believe himself that the reason why he doesn't have 100 million views a month on TikTok and all this other stuff is not because nobody gives a shit and he's not that big of a deal, but that Vince McMahon is spending his time, money, and effort to engage in this wide-ranging plot over multiple platforms to suppress what Ryback is putting out there, because otherwise, if it was seen by anybody, it would instantly take off and be the most popular. What is he putting out there if he doesn't wrestle?
I don't know.
if he doesn't wrestle, I saw I think he's selling some supplements, probably taking enough of them. But I saw him selling some kind of energy mix or apparatus here a while back on the internet. What else is he doing to take care of his ailing parents that he needs Twitter and TikTok to advertise? What is he advertising? What are you paying? What are you supposed to pay Ryback to do? What service does he perform? What good does he furnish when he advertises all these things that he's being blocked on?
I don't know.
Because he's being blocked.
And by the way, what do you think Goldberg thinks about all this?
Goldberg thinks, yeah, I could spear him for $3 million, easy as I can spear anybody else.
Well, we'll see how the trials and tribulations of Ryback continue here. Again, I'm not exactly sure. Everyone keeps sending us this stuff, but no one says what.
Somebody tell us what he's advertising, and tell us what he is soliciting funds for in return for providing you that said funds would go to the care of his elderly parents. And we'd like to see what kind of business he's in now, since he's not in wrestling. And there's apparently no great groundswell or clamor for him to return to wrestling.
Must be tough to apply for a job if your name's Ryback.
That's another thing. Do we call him Mr. Ryback, or is it Mr. Back, or just Ry for short?
Well, Jim, let's get another question here. This one sent to CornyDriveThru@gmail.com.
You know, that's what he was saying. Just call me right back. Call me right back.